in your own words. People say that to you. You know, when you hear that a lot in a classroom or in a courtroom, they'll say to you, tell us in your own words. Do you have your own words?
Oh shit, 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 oh shit.
Terrence Crawford fans, to include Sambo Bradley, are scared to death of Jaron Boots Ennis. They don't have the same energy that they have for Spence. Let's hear them in their own words.
Gotcha, bitch.
Straighter, not a roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill somebody
back
for
a little bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Talk about doing it from both sides and how you believe Charlo is another blowout for Terrence. That does bring me my last question for you, Tim, circling back to it. So is Jaron Ennis, who I understand is so much more inexperienced than Crawford.
So he says Charlo is a blowout victory. Charlo. That's a blowout victory for Terrence Crawford. Charlo. When this man just struggled with McDoordash. But Charlo is a blowout victory. All right, whatever. Let's listen now.
Is that the most competitive fight, the best fight out there for Terrence Crawford?
So he was asked, is Jaron Boots Ennis the best fight out there for Terrence Crawford? Even though Boots doesn't have this experience that they're talking about. Is he the best fight for Terrence Crawford? What does Sambo Bradley say?
You kidding me right now? Come on, Sean. I respect Ennis. Listen, I respect Ennis. I love his pops. His pops is cool. His whole crew is tight. You know what I mean? Like, but who the hell is Spence as Boots fought?
Who has Boots fought? Now, I remember there was a time where we were asking, who the hell did Bud fight? Who did Bud fight to deserve a shot with Errol Spence? Who did Bud fight for anybody to think that Bud would beat Errol Spence? Who did he fight? His resume is garbage. Yeah, his resume is absolute trash. His resume is Errol Spence. That's his resume. Errol Spence. That's his resume. Who's Victor Postal? Who is that? You could not stop Postal. But Gary Antoine stopped Postal. But Bud couldn't stop Postal. As a matter of fact, Postal was the last fight that Bud fought where he didn't get a knockout until he fought McDoordash. Gary Antoine stopped Postal. A man who's never been stopped before, but Gary stopped him. But Bud couldn't stop him. Who the hell is Ndongo? Where is he at right now? What is Ndongo doing? What's he doing? Jeff Horn. Where's Jeff Horn at? What has Jeff Horn done? At all. Look at your resume. Look at this man's resume, bro. Bro, Terrence Crawford just stopped motherfucking David Evanesian, the same guy that Jaron Boots Ennis stopped a round earlier. The same guy. Coming off of a long layoff. Bud fought Evanesian so he would not be on a long layoff. Boots fought Evanesian coming off of a long layoff and on short notice. and stopped him in better fashion than Terrence Crawford did, and sooner. So, if Boots hasn't fought anybody to deserve Terrence Crawford, who did David Avanesian fight? And if Bud fought David Avanesian and Boots fought David Avanesian, isn't David Avanesian somebody? Or are you saying that David Avanesian is not? Because, again now, it is people like me who have been saying that Terrence Crawford hasn't fought anybody until he fought Errol Spence. His resume is watered down. That's his resume, watered down. The guy he fought is Spence. Other than Spence, he's fought nobody. Has-beens, washed-up fighters. That's it, watered down nobodies. And if Sambo Bradley is saying that Boots hasn't fought nobody, but Bud fought the same person that Boots just fought, then what Sambo Bradley is saying is, Bud didn't fight nobody but Spence. But let's keep going.
It's a different type, like, you can be riding that wave. You've been getting all these knockouts of all these other different guys, but you've never been in the ring with an animal like Crawford. And when you get in there for the first time and you get hit upside your head and you see that you can't do the stuff that you usually do against the guys that you fought, you know, at the lower level, bro.
Then the glazing is astronomical. The glazing that Sambo Bradley is doing is astronomical, y'all. It's astronomical. It's astronomical. I mean, the level of glaze that this dude is laying, he's laying it out thick, y'all. He's laying it out real thick. Real thick. Listen, y'all. He is saying that Boots has not been in the ring with the animal of Terrence Crawford. The level of animal. Well, there's one way to find out about the level of animal. To get in the ring. Because we were saying that Terrence Crawford has never gotten in the ring with anybody like Errol Spence. And Sambo Bradley was saying, that's an excuse. Oh, he's ducking, man. He's ducking, getting in the ring with Bud. He's ducking Bud. He's ducking. He's ducking Bud. You're sucking Bud. You're sucking Bud extremely hard. From the back and the side. You got this nigga's leg over your shoulder, just sucking away. Hasn't been in the ring with him once he hits him on his side. Well, he hit DoorDash. How'd that play out? How'd that play out with DoorDash? How did that play out? I'm super confused. I'm trying to figure out how did it play out with DoorDash. DoorDash was whipping on Terrence Crawford's ass. And he beat that man. In a fight where this Sambo said, oh, he dominated. Dominated what? Dominated what? What round should I be looking at? Because I've already did 5 rounds. And this man has lost 4 of them. So what round did he dominate? What rounds are we talking about? He's lost 4 rounds out of 5. And I'll be doing 6 later on. But he's lost 4 out of 5. So I'm trying to figure out, you're supposed to be this professional know-it-all boxer. But yet you're saying he dominated because you dick ride. That's why you're saying he's dominated. He dominated because you dick ride. You dick ride, and that's why you say he dominated. Whatever. Let's keep going.
I would hate for him to get in this type of fight with Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I would hate for him to get in this fight and look average.
Who gives a fuck what he looks like? Who cares? How about you look for where the fuck your eyebrows are at? How about you look for that? How about you draw some shit on your motherfucking Sambo ass face? How about that? You would hate for him to look average. Who gives a fuck? If you niggas gonna glaze Terrence Crawford from the side and the back, if you're gonna hold this nigga up in the air by his butt cheeks, glazing this nigga, if you're gonna, then what does it matter who he fights? What does it matter who he fights? You sit here and you shit on Boots' resume, you shit on the things that Boots has done, and then you say you would hate for Boots to get in the ring with Bud and look average. Well, You're saying he hasn't fought nobody. Isn't Bud somebody? Who is Boots supposed to fight? Who is somebody? Who? Brian Norman is a phenomenal fighter. But y'all don't look at Brian Norman as somebody. You just look at him as a title holder. Who? Stannis Baratheon is a good fighter. Y'all don't look at him as somebody phenomenal. You just look at him as good. Who? Mario Barrios? You don't look at him as phenomenal or elite. You look at him as somebody that Tank knocked out. So who should Boots fight? Who? Who is Boots going to fight where you goofy-ass, dick-riding, hating, clown-ass, fraudulent-ass Budrick fans will say, okay, this guy right here is the goods. He beat this guy, so he's ready for Bud. There is nobody. And there is nobody that anybody could beat where you can say they are ready for Boots. He is a one of one. That's what he is. He's a one of one. Oh, man. He can do everything Bud can do, except for he's a bigger guy. He's younger guy. Dare I say quicker and faster. But he can do everything Bud can do, just better. The only difference between Bud and Boots is the fact that Bud fought Spence and Boots didn't. That's the only difference. Other than that, their resume is damn near the same. They fought the same people. And as a matter of fact, Boots fought Lipinets, who Terrence Crawford ducked. That is a fact. Because Lipinets was the IBF mandatory when that man beat Ndongo. And he chose to not fight Lipinets and dropped his belt. The IBF belt. But Jaron Boots Ennis fought him and stopped him. The guy that Bud avoided. For whatever reason. I don't give a damn. He avoided him. I don't care. Oh, BF, you think Bud will? I don't give a damn who would win. I don't care. He avoided him. He could have fought him. He should have fought him. He signed to fight him and then threw the belt away so he could avoid fighting him. Those are all facts. And then Boots destroyed that man. I don't give a damn if you say, oh, well, Bud would have destroyed him too. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Guess what? If your grandmother had a different chromosome, she'd be your grandfather. But she doesn't. She didn't. She had the ones that she had, which is why she's your grandmother. So I don't give a damn what you're telling me what Bud would have done. He didn't. Boots did. There is no one on Bud's resume that could have fought Boots and Boots didn't fight them. No one. But there is one person on Boots' resume that was supposed to fight Bud and Bud avoided him for whatever reason. If the money, the notoriety, I don't care. Don't give a damn. He didn't fight Sergey Lipinets. Boots did. But anyways, let's keep going.
Look average. Because if you go back and you watch a lot of and he's a spectacular fighter. Boots is a spectacular fighter. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Boots.
You are a fan of Boots. You're just a dick rider of Bud. You are a fan of Boots. You absolutely, I am not going to sit here and say that Sambo Bradley is not a fan of Jaron Boots Ennis. But what I will guarantee you is he is a Terrence Crawford dick rider. Guaranteed. But let's keep going.
I think he's next.
If you think he's next, who is passing the torch to him? Doesn't the nigga that got the torch, isn't that nigga's name Terrence Crawford? Doesn't Terrence Crawford have the torch? So if Boots is next, how the fuck's he supposed to get it if Bud doesn't fight him to give it to him? So y'all just want Bud to just retire and let Boots figure it out on his own? Well, if that's the case, then Errol Spence should have did the same thing and just retired and let Bud figure it out on his motherfucking own. That's what Errol should have done. But I guess y'all would have, for Errol did that. Oh, he's a duck, he's a coward, he's a fraud. Errol is ducking Bud. Errol is ducking. That's what you fucking Sambo hoe ass niggas would have said. But when it comes to Boots now, the same Boots that y'all said Errol was ducking too. So Errol was ducking Boots, the same one. But now all of a sudden, he doesn't have the experience. He's not ready yet. I would hate for him to look average. I don't want him to get in there and get hit outside his head. He'll look average. But when it comes to Spence, oh, he's ducking Spence. Spence is ducking Boots. Why won't Spence fight his mandatory? Why won't he fight him? He's ducking. He's scared. He don't want no smoke with Boots because he know Boots will knock him out. Boots beat his ass. But when Boots becomes Bud's mandatory, all of a sudden he don't got no experience. The motherfucker got just as many fights as motherfucking Errol Spence. What the fuck is we talking about? And y'all motherfuckers was saying Errol Spence didn't fight nobody. Yeah, Errol did. Oh, Errol did. Who did Errol fight? Kell Brook. Kell Brook was damaged. He ain't nobody. Kell Brook ain't shit. Who did he fight? Who? Ocampo? Ocampo ain't nobody. Ocampo's a motherfucking bum. Ocampo ain't shit. Who did he fight? Sean Porter. He arguably lost to Sean Porter. Sean Porter arguably beat him. In my opinion, Sean beat him. Sean Porter beat him. Man, Sean Porter beat that man. Sean Porter beat him. I don't care what y'all say. Sean Porter won that fight. It's crazy that y'all say Sean Porter won that fight, but when I say McDoordash beat Terrence Crawford, y'all motherfuckers be crying like bitches. Oh, BF, that's crazy. Oh, you think McDoordash won? You really, come on, bitch. Say you supposed to be the best, fight the best. You supposed to know boxing. Are you saying McDoordash won? But you motherfuckers will run through here in a fucking heartbeat and tell me about how Sean Porter beat Errol Spence. He didn't. He lost. That's what happened. The irony. Whatever. Let's keep going.
But he needs to be tested.
Jaron Boots Ennis needs to be tested. By who? Who the fuck is going to test him? Who?
He needs to be tested with a legit. He needs to be tested with a guy like Thurman. You know?
A guy like Thurman? Terrence Crawford didn't fucking fight Thurman. A guy like Thurman? Mario Barrios, didn't he go to distance with Thurman? He needs to be tested with a guy like Thurman? Thurman. Dude who hasn't fought not on how long. I don't even know what weight class this nigga fights in. A guy like Thurman. Well, why don't we just fight Julio Cesar Chavez? How about that? How about Juan Manuel Marquez come back to welterweight and fight Jaron Boots Ennis? How about Eric Morales? There's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Nigga, how about Sambo Bradley? Nigga, how about you lace up and get in the ring with Jaron Boots Ennis? Because Boots called out Sean Porter, and Sean Porter said, hell no.
It said, Sean, what you think? I said, he's too much. He's just too much. When you got somebody who is just so intuitive in the ring, so intelligent in the ring, and then got the speed and the quickness, the agility, the power.
But I guess y'all forgot that too. Let's keep going.
I wish Sean Porter was still around.
Ah, the Sean Porter. The Sean Porter that said hell no. You wish Sean Porter was around. So you want all these guys. Sean Porter is Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford's leftovers. You'd rather all these guys fight Boots instead of Bud. Fear. Yeah, that's that smell right there. Pussy. But let's keep going.
He needs to be tested with a guy like Sean Porter. You know, a Danny Garcia.
A Danny Garcia. The Danny Garcia that wanted to fight Terrence Crawford and Terrence Crawford said no. The one that Terrence Crawford said, we tried to fight Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia said, bro, you send me an offer, bro. If you're pound for pound, send me pound for pound money and let's get it popping. That Danny Garcia, the one that Terrence Crawford didn't fight, that Danny Garcia, okay.
You know, veterans, top veterans out there that can punch, guys that can think with them.
Top veterans, guys that can punch and think with them. Terrence Crawford got dropped by Green Beans. I don't see Green Beans in no rush to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. I don't see Green Beans in absolutely zero rush. Zero. Didn't he fight Terrence Crawford? Didn't Green Beans fight him? Where's Green Beans at? Why isn't he saying I'll fight the young lion? I'll beat his ass and show everybody that he's not as good as Terrence Crawford? Where's he at? Because Terrence Crawford Jaron Boots Ennis fought a veteran that can punch. David Avanesian, the one who wobbled Terrence Crawford. Yeah, David Avanesian. A veteran who has fought many fighters. Many. That one, David Avanesian. A veteran who can punch. Sean Porter is not known as a puncher at all. Fuck is you talking about? Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
He needs to be tested with guys like that.
Tested with guys like Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. If he can fight Sean Porter or Danny Garcia, why can't he fight Sambo Bradley? Sambo Bradley was fighting at the exact same time as Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. So why can't Jaron Boots Ennis fight Sambo Bradley? Isn't he a veteran? Why can't Jaron Boots Ennis fight that nigga? She was fighting the same time as Danny Garcia. Fighting the same time as Sean Porter. So he's a veteran. What's the problem? Oh, I get it. You prefer dick riding instead. I get it. Let's keep going.
You know, before I say, oh yeah, he ready for Crawford. Oh yeah, he's ready for Crawford. I love Spence a lot. Again, skillful as hell. Great.
Has anybody noticed that this is the second time that he mentioned Spence? Second time. The first time was earlier on where he mentioned Spence, where he was saying who did Spence beat. Now he said it again. I love Spence a lot. Errol Spence made that nigga. Errol Spence. Without Errol Spence, this nigga, his best victory, his motherfucking bum ass Ndongo for undisputed at 140. That's his best victory. Bum ass Ndongo. Errol Spence made that nigga. Which is the reason why Sambo can't keep Spence's name out of his mouth.
Ability, but what happens when you're not there? When you're not in front of him? What happens then to that Boots? What happens then?
What the fuck is this man talking about? What do you mean, what happens to him when he's not in front of him? What? So if Bud steps to the left, Boot steps to the right. The same thing DoorDash did. The only difference between Boots and DoorDash is Boots has better footwork, he has a better jab, he has better punch placement, he's faster, he's quicker, he's smarter. And dare I say he might be better than that man. So the only difference between Jaron Boots Ennis and DoorDash is Boots is better at everything. There's your difference.
Makes a lot of mistakes. Shows a lot of inexperience, rushing in there, trying to go for the kill.
He makes a lot of mistakes. What mistakes? What? He goes in there rushing for the kill. Isn't that what y'all are so proud of Terrence Crawford doing? Collecting the data and then going in for the kill, having all stoppages for damn near a decade. Isn't that what y'all praise Terrence Crawford for? Going for the kill? Aren't y'all sucking this man off from the back for going for the kill? That's what y'all praise him for? But when Boots does it, now all of a sudden you talk about some mistakes. Does anybody notice that Sambo is always talking about how somebody got mistakes, but he ain't never telling you what the mistakes are? Until after something happens and he say, I seen it. I seen it. I seen the whole thing. I seen it. Anybody never noticed that? This is the guy that recognizes everybody's mistakes, but had absolutely zero defense and stood there and just got punched on. This guy right here. But he sees everybody's mistake. The irony. Let's keep going.
Leaving himself wide open, leaving himself exposed.
Leaving himself wide open and leaving himself exposed. Isn't this the guy that fought Provodnikov and damn near died?
Not true. Don't take credit away from Herrera. He outsmarted me in big right hand. Big right hand by Provodnikov. And Bradley is not going to be charged with a knockdown. And even though he falls back on his back.
Here you see Provodnikov come right over the jab with the overhand right. Tim was throwing the overhand right, a right hand at the same time. The jab, you see Provodnikov come with that good overhand right. Very short punch, hurt Timothy Bradley pretty bad.
Little lateral foot movements, keeping Bradley out of trouble here. But now he gets rocked again by right hand.
And he's hurt again.
Trying to fight his way through it and taking another right hand.
Because he was getting punched on. Isn't this guy? That's the same guy, right? The same guy, you're a fire hydrant, and just stood there just doing this goofy ass shit, Mexican style, while they was punching on this motherfucker. Ain't this the same dude? Oh, okay.
There's a lot of things that come along with that. And guess what? When you get in the ring with a Crawford that knows how to use his feet, that knows how to move and let you come to him, and so on and so forth, guess what? He gonna set you up, he gonna lay a trap, and he gonna catch you, and he gonna knock you out.
Well, then why didn't he do that with DoorDash? Sambo Bradley, why didn't Budrick do just what you said with DoorDash? Why he ain't do that? Why he ain't set a trap on DoorDash? You know the fight he just had, the one he lost. Why ain't set a trap on this dude? Why ain't set a trap? So he's just not he's not good enough to set a trap on DoorDash, a dude with 11 fights. And one of them was a draw. So he couldn't set no traps. Let me guess. His amateur pedigree is what Terrence Crawford could not get around, because the amateur pedigree, it was DoorDash's amateur pedigree, and he's so athletic, and that's why Terrence Crawford couldn't set no traps. Well, Boots is more athletic than DoorDash. Way more. Way more. It's not even fucking close. Boots is way more athletic than DoorDash. Way more. Boots' amateur resume is very fucking good. National champion, Golden Gloves, all that shit. That nigga DoorDash fought overseas against a whole shitload of a plethora of fucking bums. Whatever. Let's keep going.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
I did hear it. Yeah, I heard you. You're a dick rider. I heard you doing nothing but gobbling down, two-fisted, spit everywhere. Yeah, I heard it. Definitely heard it. Heard every word of it. Two-fisted gobbling of this nigga Bud. Y'all niggas don't want this motherfucker to fight anybody. Then tell the motherfucker to retire then.
Okay? Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all didn't believe me the first time. Y'all didn't believe me the first time. And you ain't got to believe me now.
We don't. I don't. Make the fucking fight.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to believe me now. That's fine. Have your own opinion. But this is my assessment from a fighter that, hey, Hall of Famer. I've done it. I've been in the ring with Crawford. I know what he's capable of doing.
When the fuck have you been in the ring with Crawford? During sparring? Do you spar with Crawford? Yeah, well, so did Brian Norman. The fuck's that mean? What does that mean? Because you've been in the ring with him? So what? A lot of people have been in the ring with him. Because you're not as good as Crawford, so that's supposed to mean something? Yeah, well, you're not as good as Spence either. That's why you ducked him. Yeah, you're not as good as Spence either. At all. That's why you avoided him. That's why you went the WBO route instead of the WBC route. The top-ranked way. That's why you did that. I don't give a fuck if you're in the Hall of Fame. So what? So is Rocky Balboa. So I'm supposed to, because Rocky's in the Hall of Fame, I'm supposed to take his word? Oh, you've been in the ring? Yeah, so is Rocky Balboa. I've seen Rocky 4. The fuck's that supposed to mean? What does that mean? I'm supposed to, hold up, let's go ahead and look up Mr. T, and let's figure out what Mr. T did in Rocky 3. He was in the ring too. So his word is, his assessment is supposed to be better than mine? Man, you was a fucking Sambo. You was a dick rider, bro. Your word is not better than mine at all. Your knowledge ain't better than mine. I don't give a fuck if you've been in the ring. I don't give a fuck who you fought. I don't care. So, that don't mean nothing. You motherfuckers got the game fucked up. So you think that just because you boxed, then that means you know more than everybody else. That's what you think. Okay. I'm gonna help you out, y'all. This nigga right here has been in the ring too. Way more than fucking Sambo Bradley. Way more. So, should we be listening to this nigga? Does this nigga know boxing? Does he know boxing? He knows how to get his ass whipped. Because if the nigga knew boxing, after being in the ring damn near 300 fucking fights. Damn near 300 fucking fights, y'all. 300. With 256 losses. Then you would think this motherfucker knows boxing. You would think that. But he clearly don't know boxing. But he is a professional fighter. He clearly don't know boxing, or he wouldn't have 256 fucking losses when a nigga had damn near 300 opportunities to get victories. He had damn near 300 opportunities to get victories, and 256 times out of damn near not even 300, almost 300. 256 times he got his ass whipped. So he clearly don't know what the fuck he's doing. Because he keeps getting in the ring and he keeps getting his ass whipped. You would think that he would figure out how to block a punch. He would figure out how to parry, how to pull counter, to work on his speed, to work on his countering, to work on his defense. You would think that he would figure out to work on his footwork. To step to the left, to step to the right, to walk somebody down, to be able to work off the back foot, to fight better on the inside, to fight better from range. He's got 300 opportunities to do it. With 256 fucking losses and 12 draws. But because you're a Hall of Famer, they just gave you that shit. Whatever. You're a Hall of... Adrian Broner's going to the Hall of Fame. Definitely. If that nigga went, Broner's going. Definitely. Broner's accolades are better. Whatever. But if you were a boxer and that means you know boxing because you're a boxer, well then Peter fucking Buckley knows boxing. Yeah. Peter Buckley knows boxing. What does his resume look like? 256 fucking losses. You look at this resume and you think this nigga was a blood. You think this nigga lost on purpose to keep the color of his resume red. But whatever. Let's keep going. Let's keep going off of this. Let's keep going.
Bro, trust me. I know what he's capable of doing. And I knew he would get to this point sooner than later. So, anyways.
You know what he's capable of doing. And you knew that he would get to this point sooner or later. Okay. The only reason why Terrence Crawford got to the point that he got to is because Errol Spence gave him a chance. Errol gave him a shot. That's the only reason why he got there. Let's keep going.
Enough of drinking my own Kool-Aid. I respect that.
You're not drinking your own Kool-Aid. You're drinking your own piss. And it's not even your own piss. It's Terrence Crawford's.
Everybody out there, I appreciate y'all.
Man, shut your goofy ass up, nigga. Don't nobody give a fuck what you got to say no more, bro. So you guys heard Sambo. You heard him, bro. These are his words. This is the same guy who was saying that Errol Spence didn't beat nobody. Errol Spence hasn't beat nobody. This is the same guy. Errol Spence hasn't beat nobody. Danny Garcia, this is the same guy that said Errol Spence beat no one. He hasn't beat anybody. But he had beat Ugas, who called out Terrence Crawford. He beat Danny Garcia. He pretty much retired Sean Porter. Sean Porter didn't even want to fight no more. Errol Spence did that. And this is the same dude that said Errol didn't fight anybody. Now this is the same dude saying he wants Boots to fight Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, who fought at the same time as this nigga. So he could come out of retirement and he could fight Jaron Boots Ennis. He could test Boots. The same David Avanesian. The veteran David Avanesian that fought people that can crack. The same David Avanesian that Terrence Crawford stopped in the 6th. Jaron stopped him in the 5th. But I already know how this is going to work. I know how this is going to work. I know. As soon as I finish this live stream, this video, and I upload it, this morning grind, y'all going to see this in the morning. Well, not the morning grind. You're going to see this in the afternoon. As soon as y'all see this in the afternoon, y'all are going to be straight to the comments. Immediately to the comments. To tell me how Boots hasn't done anything. Boots don't deserve this. Boots don't deserve that. Boots ain't ready. Sambo Bradley is right. Boots hasn't done anything yet. Boots hasn't fought nobody. Boots ain't experienced. Boots needs more experience. This is what you guys are going to be telling me. But how ironic that when Green Beans fought Terrence Crawford, it was, well, just because you guys don't know who he is doesn't mean he can't fight. Well, we know who Jaron Boots Ennis is. We know who he is. What experience did Green Beans have? What experience? What experience did he have? What? If Errol Spence didn't beat nobody, Kell Brook was damaged goods. Well, Kell Brook had 2 broken eyes when he fought Terrence Crawford. Benavidez had 1 leg when he fought Terrence Crawford. Jeff Horn ain't shit. He arguably lost to Manny Pacquiao. He ain't shit, bro. Which is proved look at his resume and look at what he's done since. Matter of fact, look what he did before and since. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's fought absolutely nobody. Except for one person, Tim Tszyu. And he lost. I think he got knocked out, bro. I'm sitting here like, bro, like, what are we doing here, bro? The fear that y'all have of Jaron Boots Ennis, the fear that Crawford fans have is astronomical. He hasn't done anything to deserve him, the experience and blah, blah, blah. What fucking experience did DoorDash have? What experience? And who the fuck is he going to fight next? Who has all the accolades and experience and has fought these fighters who can crack these veterans? Who the fuck is he going to fight next that meets the criteria of Sambo Bradley? Because DoorDash didn't meet those criteria. The only thing DoorDash had was an email belt from Jermell Charlo. That's all he had. DoorDash didn't have anything. He didn't beat Jermell Charlo, bro. He got a vacant title. That is an email champion. What crafty veterans was he in the ring with that could punch? Who did DoorDash fight? For Terrence Crawford and him to be able to fight. For DoorDash to deserve the great Terrence Crawford. Who the fuck did he fight? Oh, BF, it's a different weight class. It's a whole different story, BF. It's all, okay, bet. Then Terrence Crawford better not fight no mandatories. Because he's got one. Yeah, you're the WBA champion, bro. You got a mandatory coming up. You do. Yeah, you got a mandatory coming up, bro. You're going to have to fight your WBA mandatory. Don't fight him then. Because they don't deserve to fight you. You're the great Terrence Crawford. You should be able to drop your belt and do what Canelo does. Or do what Tank does. Just drop your belt and fight the big fights for the big bread. Because you're Terrence Crawford. You shouldn't even have a belt no more. You're already a 4-division champion. 35, 40, 47, 54. You don't even need the belt no more. You could just drop the belt and worry about big fights. You're Terrence Budget Crawford. Or let me guess, you want to become undisputed at 154 without fighting Aerospace or Charlo. That's what you want. Well, Charlo's your Mando. Are you just not going to fight Charlo? We're just not going to fight mandatories? You're just going to drop your WBA strap? Is that what we doing? Bro, the fear that Bud fans have of Jaron Boots Ennis is astronomical. I really should have known better. I should have known better. With all of the fucking ducking, the projecting, the pushing. Oh, you want to push Errol Spence? Errol Spence fight Boots. Why Errol's fighting Boots? Boots. Errol ain't fighting Boots. Errol ducking Boots. Errol wanting to smoke with Boots. Boots. Errol's fighting Errol. Errol scared. Errol. Yeah, when it came to Errol and Boots, y'all weren't saying that Boots ain't ready. Y'all weren't saying that, oh man, come on man, get Boots out of here, bro. We want undisputed. No, y'all were telling Errol Spence to fight his mandatory until he became Bud's mandatory. Now all of a sudden he don't got no experience. All of a sudden he hasn't fought nobody. All of a sudden he hasn't did anything. All of a sudden he already had his chance. He had his opportunity. He didn't get another one. He already had his opportunity. Well, Budrick had his opportunity with Errol Spence. Multiple times. The Mando, the money split. Yeah, he had his opportunity. He turned both of those down. And got a third opportunity. And I know y'all gonna be running in these comments crying like bitches. Well, what happened in the third opportunity? The same thing will happen in the first opportunity if Terrence Crawford fights Boots. Same thing. Terrence Crawford gets fucking demolished. That's what happens. He gets demolished. He is fighting a younger, faster, quicker, stronger version of himself. He gets demolished. That's what happens. That's what Boots is the same guy that he was when y'all were saying Errol Spence was nothing. He's the same guy, if not better. If not better. Same guy. The same guy that destroyed Crouton Clayton. The same guy that destroyed motherfucking what's his name? Avanesian. The same guy that went the distance with Karen. The same guy. Yeah, the same Budrick that just went the distance with McDoordash. Yeah. The only difference is Boots was on the front foot walking a nigga named Karen down. He was on the front foot walking him down, trying to stop him, trying to get him out of there. Terrence Crawford was on the back foot, trying not to get knocked the fuck out. There's your differences. That's why y'all will be running through my comments. pet parents Crawford. I don't expect nothing less. BFTB, shout to the mighty LDBC. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of all future videos. Like, comment, and share, and I will reply to some of you. If you're feeling the content, please show support in the Cashapp. It is greatness512, or the PayPal. It is paypal.me/BFTVboxing, or you can scan either one. Also, subscribe to my Patreon, where I will be uploading videos about my personal life and personal experiences, as well as YouTube blocked videos, along with many other continued series.